Oh, it's a beautiful morning here at the shop, and chaos. We've got chaos. So chaos is what happens when you're flogging to get a car done, right? And we're almost there, we're getting there. Chaos is what happens when you're flogging to get a car done, and you've got to build the motor, the transmission, wire the car, plumb the car, do the fueling, the fuel system, rebuild all of the different systems around it and everything else. And chaos, it's just been nutty. So I really can't work like this, but we're getting it cleaned up now. Right, so I mean, here, look, this is what it looks like. There's little remnants, bits and pieces of every system, everything you can imagine, all cluttered together. Look at this. It doesn't stop. The random box of fittings. Right? Hardware. Always searching for hardware. Okay, yeah, it's a little nutty. But that's the cost of progress. You know, it's something you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet. Normally, things don't go this sloppy. Usually, I try to work at a neater, slower pace. But again, see, there's a deadline and we're trying to get this thing done. So Al has been flogging on this, I've been flogging on this. And hopefully, with any luck before the end of the day today, it'll actually make noise. So here we go, our 383 is all in there. Everything's all wired up. Right, it's looking snazzy. Got our exhaust on it. Look at this, right? How old school is that? Speaking of old school, where's Al?
What's going on, man?
Ah, there you are. What's happening, brother man?
Oh, improvising on some fuel lines due to our good old parts shortage.
It's bad. I went looking last night for fittings and line and stuff like that. Nothing.
Oh yeah, and I went today, AutoZone, Rallies, Ace Hardware, and the same fittings we're looking for, they're out of it.
Right, even hose. I was trying to get the braided hose.
Yep.
And you can't get braided hose right now.
So for now, I just got regular fuel line, even though it's not going to be for spec for November, but it'll get us down the road for Power Tour.
Yeah, no, but that will not pass tech at any
track whatsoever.
Ever.
Ever.
Right.
But we have to improvise, plan Bs.
It'll get us down the road.
Exactly.
You know, and you've got a fire extinguisher, and you can jump out of the car.
Well, I got Ethan. He can like land over the flames and
this is what I'm
save
saying.
The car. Yeah.
And worst comes to worst, we just tape some chickens and hot dogs to you, so that we can have right. Okay.
Exactly. But other than that, man, between you and I on this car, it's 7 months in the works.
Yeah, but it all comes down, the flogging all comes down to the wire. It's always like the last...
Oh, yeah, because the big stuff is the easy stuff.
The big stuff is the easy stuff, exactly.
And when you get down to the little stuff like fuel fittings and stuff, the little minute stuff is what bites you on the rear.
We literally spent the whole day yesterday.
And last night, I mean...
like between the two of us, right?
Trying to scavenge parts and
really made no...
headway.
Right. But that's okay, that's all part of it. With any luck tonight, this thing is a starter.
Oh yeah.
With any luck. So, Mary, you keep going with that. Let me, Stuby's outside.
Oh, Stuby has made an appearance.
Yes. So let's go see what Stuby's up to. So, Stuby is doing this, the light gets weird here. So Stuby's working on his car, and we're gonna cover this whole thing, because this is like really representative of what the typical guy is gonna come across. Budget build. And Stuby, what's going on, Stuby?
What's going on?
What you doing?
Pulling some oil pan off.
Okay, so we're going to do this whole disassembly. Like, don't go any further than just taking the pan and the extraneous stuff off.
All right.
Because I want to do a thing on taking the motor apart and inspecting it as you take it apart to see what parts are needed and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Right. But Stuby, I have something. I have a challenge, Stube.
Okay.
Are you up for a challenge?
What the heck?
Yeah, I mean, you've worked with me in the past, so you know what kind of stuff happens, right?
Oh, you never know until it happens.
This is what I'm saying. Come inside. Come inside. All right. So, here's what happens, right? A couple of weeks ago, I bought that Suzuki, that black Suzuki, the GS. Oh, we're black. Where's the lighting? People go, oh, okay, there's a light. Okay. So I bought this black Suzuki, awesome bike. And as the guy is dropping it off here, he's pulling off the trailer, he says, hey, I got a moped in my garage, right? Do you want that too? And I'm like, nah, I got enough stuff, right? You following the stories too?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So he drops the bike off and the Junkyard Jet guys are here. And I said to them, I said, hey, you guys want a moped? He's got a moped he wants to get rid of. So they were like, yeah, I'll take it, right? So they buy this moped. They buy this Ruckus, okay? So this thing here, what it is, it's a Chinese knockoff of a Ruckus. And they paid a whopping $40 for it, right? Okay, it's a rat. And I happen to have a thing for like rat scooters. So they roll this thing off, and like now I'm all kinds of jealous. Oh God, I need this. So they work on it for a couple of hours. They spend like $1.95, $1.97, something like that, and they got it running. They get it running, okay? And now we're blasting around the parking lot, and I'm like, oh, that could have been mine, right? So he says, all right, I'm gonna top them. I'm gonna top them. So remember that green Honda that I had, the Shadow? I looked at it, I played with it, I started looking, I was gonna hunt down a motor, I hunted down a motor, I was gonna order a motor, have it come in, and I was like, I'm just not into it. I'm just, it just doesn't do it for me, right? I thought it might, but it doesn't. So I listed on Marketplace, it sells the next day, and as I drop it off, the guy says, hey, do you want a scooter? And I'm like, yeah. I says, how much? He says, I don't know, it runs. He says, you want to give me like $20 for it? I says, sold. So, here is the murder cycle. Junkyard Jet guys, I got you covered. Stuby. Stuby, your mission, if you decide to take it, right, is to get this thing running. Okay? Get this thing running.
Okay.
Hone your skills on it, right? Become one with the machine. Think of it as like the Murfreesboro Isle of Man TT. It's the Isle of Murfreesboro TT.
Murfreesboro.
Okay? Yes, right? And we are going to take the Junkyard Jet guys to town on Stuby and the murder cycle. You're going to stupicide the Junkyard Jet guys.
Oh God.
What do you think, man? You up to this?
Why not? Why not?
This is a fine piece of machinery right here. Let me tell you. All right, it's super lightweight, right? It's only like about 100 pounds, as opposed to their ponderous, oversized Ruckus, right? The Ruckus has a 125cc four-stroke motor, which I gotta tell you is strong. It's strong, okay? But the murder cycle is loaded with 50 cc's of Yamaha two-stroke with an air breather. Stu, you become a one with the machine there?
Yeah, I'm getting nowhere,
You're getting to nowhere.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to come up with a challenge that the Junkyard Jet guys are going to have to, we're going to smoke them. We're going to smoke them. Right? The Isle of Murfreesboro. Isle of Nashville. I don't know, what do you sounds better? Isle of Murfreesboro or Isle of Nashville?
I like Murfreesboro.
Yeah, the Isle of Murfreesboro TT. If anybody can do this, Stuby, if anybody can master the murder cycle, it's you, brother.
Throw some spikes on her, make it look like a real motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. All right, so that's what's going on here at the shop today. Jeez. Somebody's going to die before this is over. I feel it already. So that's it. I'm going to get back to work on Slaghammer. Hopefully we get that thing lit tonight, and you'll see some of that tomorrow. With any luck, I don't know. There's still 1,000 little odds and ends that need to be covered. But either way, the cars have got to be complete, running, driving, on the road in about 9 days. 2,000 miles. It's got to cover 2,000. Al, you ready to go 2,000 miles on this thing?
Sure.
I told
I've got my pillow, my earplugs.
I told Al last night, I says, you're a better man than me. He says, why is that? I says, because the most I would ever drive that thing is like up onto the trailer, and maybe you have to, I push it to the station lanes, but maybe drive it back to the pit. But that's as far as I'm gonna go. Right. And this madman is gonna go 2,000 miles. I don't even want to think about it.
Hey, it's just controlled chaos, man. Controlled chaos.
All right. That's it, guys. I'm out of here. I'll see you tomorrow.